Okay, it has a little thing on the end with ink. Write this down, 10% principle. I want to discuss the 10% principle, but ask everybody. If you could look around for me, just from the faces that actually showed up for the meeting, right? Compared to only the losers that aren't even here yet, because whatever happened in the morning, like they got up late, it's fucking too early, 9 o'clock, right? Now, let's think about those things. I want you to look around and say to yourself, 10%. Who would you like to rip 10% off of? Meaning, take a producer in here, take a non-producer, take a friend, I don't care what it is, Kev, you too. Look around and say to yourself, whose check would you like 10% of? Yours. Mine? I don't know about that, right? If you want that, sure, right? You owe me money at the end of the day. But take a look and say, producer on the floor, who would I like to make 10% off? Write it down for me. Everyone, write it down. Now I want you to answer a question. Performance. Why? Maybe it's a friend. Maybe it has nothing to do with performance. Stupid then, right? But maybe. Why'd you pick this person? What are the attributes? Now, after you write that down, I want you to say, if you could partner with somebody in here for a week, and you made 50% and they made 50% of each other's checks, who would it be? Now the kicker is, when you partnered with this person, whoever did more, you would get their check. Who would it be? Now, would that other person welcome you as a partner? Or would they tell you to F-bomb yourself? Okay? Next one, 10% principle. If you can have somebody else's bank account in here, I'm not included, who would it be on the floor? And then why? Next one, 10% principle. You wrote down 2 fucking things. You get a hit every single time that you don't write them down. Abuse. 10% principle. If you can gain 10% of somebody else's knowledge, but you're taking away 10% of yours, who would it be? If you could take 10% of their talent, while you have to give up 10% of yours in what we do, who would it be? Is it more powerful? Is it less powerful? Does it mean anything? Right? Or do you think you're more talented than the other person? So when you use the 10% principle, you're only giving up 10%, you're keeping 90, but it makes you really think. It makes you think about other people's incomes, makes you think about what they do, how they think, how they lead their lives, right? How much they know and how much they don't know. And then what you know and what you don't know. Now think about the person that you're taking from, and you had to pick somebody. And if you didn't, you're not playing the game. Would they have picked you? Okay? Are you the last person to be kicked for the kickball team? Okay? Are you that guy? Are you that girl? Right? Are you that guy? So, next one. Is it a performance problem? Maybe. You get paid upon what you what? What you produce. Period, end. Now, the person you picked, how are you producing for that group? Next one. If your life depended upon you today in ACA to go write 25 deals, raise your hand if you can do it. Okay, I see a lot of hands up. 25 deals, your life depended upon it. I have a lot of guns and I have one in your head right now. At the end of the day, hey, you get the trigger pulled if you have 24. How many of you would do 25? Okay, I see hands halfway up. I see people like this. I don't know about you, but I'd probably go like this. I'd probably, well, yeah, I'd do everything I could to get there. In Medicare, same principle, had a gun to your head, and I said to you, if you don't do 10 deals today, trigger gets pulled at 7 o'clock. Would you work hard or would you just give up at 5? Which one would it be? I don't know. You tell me. And I think about that principle because then I think about sports. And you look at QBs, which play the first game of the season. Do they play as hard as they played in the Super Bowl? No. Why, though? Does that game count?
Absolutely.
But it counts, right? For what? For what? The rest of the season. Oh, so every game counts. Because what are they trying to get? Oh, for the championship. All right. Okay, I got it now. All right. So a boxer, round one, should they just get their fucking heads beat in? No? Why not? I mean, there's 12 rounds. Why not? Why not just take a few hits? Right? No? Not good for the gander? No good? Why?
Life or death.
Life or death? Yeah. UFC should, just allow the guy to take his neck, get choked out round one. I mean, he's got 4 more rounds left in the championship fight, right? No? I mean, shouldn't he just fucking coast and take it easy? Just hang out? No? Well, now go back to the principle of the 10%. What do most people do in life? 10% of their effort. And that's the 10% principle. That we put in 10% of what we're actually capable of. You ever go watch the NFL season opener, they don't play hard. They don't. Scared of injury, I don't want to get injured for the rest of the season. But you're in season. You should be playing hard all the time, right? Take a boxer, oh, I'm just feeling him out. That's untrue. You don't just feel somebody out. You know how to fight, right? What are you doing? It's up here where you're like, oh shit, is he better than me? What is he going to do? What is she going to do? We try to see what somebody else has, right? Without giving our all. Then all of a sudden we're like, oh, okay, I got this. Well, you had it to begin with. But it was your mindset that changed. You had to go what? Find your pace. But that 10% of effort, right? It can't be for every sport. It can't be for every job. It just can't be. If your president gave you 10% effort every single day, would you be happy with that? Would you be cool with that? What if the judge just said, hey, I'll make 10% effort today with this guy who just committed murder, right? But he's pretty much innocent, right? Where we prove, but I really don't give a fuck. I'm not going to look at the evidence. I'll go with my gut. Is that cool, right? So we don't expect other people in life to go with 10% of their efforts, right? But we expect to get the rewards of those people, right, that put in 100%. Why is that? What happens to a salesperson's mindset? Well, you all think like, oh, I have all day to do something. You don't. You don't. Your first call to your last call, that's when you have to do something. That's what it is. We're in season every day. From the moment you wake up to the moment we leave here, that's our season. Why? Because they asked all you, yo, whose check would you want? And it's usually who's doing more than you. And if it wasn't, you're fucking stupid. It's just what it is, right? Now I want 10% of the guy who's doing the lowest. What? You should not be working here, right? But that can also be why you're not producing either. Stupid. So, what do we have to do? Seriously, as people. You get paid on what you're worth. No, you get paid on what you produce. What do you have to do up here? I laugh because people always say, well, I know enough. You don't know anything. You don't know enough. I laugh when people say, oh, well, I know how to sell. You don't know how to sell because you're not trying to sell. I had so many meetings over in Arizona. I asked people, urban drab, give you some power statements. Hey, what do you call yourselves? Everyone just looked at me blue in the face, as they should, because they never heard this shit before, right? And I was like, oh, wow, a canvas. Let me go paint. But then in my head, I call up Brett, and I'm like, dude, our people know this shit, and they don't fucking do it. What is the difference? Anybody know?
They don't apply it.
Huh?
They don't apply it.
They don't apply it? Huh? What?
Laziness.
It's higher than my manager's answering. People, huh?
They're more worried about what other people think.
Say it again.
They're more worried about what other people think.
Yeah. Everyone's always worried about other people. Like, oh, he's going to hear me using sales shit on the phone. Yeah. Imagine that. Fucking crazy stuff. I'm using sales shit on the phone to make a sale. Holy fuck. Crazy. But we all just don't want to play that game because we don't want her or him saying to us, oh, you use that? Yeah, because I'm not a loser. I pay my bills and I pay for a car and I have a savings account. What do you have? I ain't ripping 10% of your check, but I bet you're going to want mine at the end of the day. And I go into it and I see people, they change job to job, and it's the same shit. Me and Brett just spoke about it. Salespeople leave, they come back, they go do this, they go do that, and then all of a sudden they say, well, I should have just listened to you. I know. I already knew this. Why did it take you so long to figure it out? What are we? We're human. What else are we? Stupid, innately stupid. So now I'm going to ask you to write down this. Would you bet on yourself? And write that down in big words. Would I bet on myself? Mo, would you bet on yourself? Yes, sir. You would? Beautiful. Okay. So if you would bet on yourself, everyone that does 25 deals today in ACA, you get a $200 bonus. But I bet against you. Because what I know is you're going to do the same shit as you did every other day. Whereas, well, I'm not going to hit it, and then you don't even try. I heard a salesperson in Arizona come up to me, he goes, well, when you put out the top producer bonus, not everyone goes for it. And I said, I know, that's the purpose of it, because it's for a top producer. I said, if everybody was a top producer, then we'd have a real competition. I said, you want to know why everyone doesn't go for it? Because everyone knows inside that they suck. They do. We all do. That's why people don't try. Is that true?
They already sold themselves.
People go like this. But no, don't go like this. You know I'm right. Because if you were right, I'd have a huge competition throughout the day. I'd have everybody go, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? I got 19. What do you got? You got fucking 21. Fuck that. I'd hear that all day. But I don't. What do I hear when I have ACA competitions for number one? What do I hear?
How many does Tiago have?
Right? He's just going to win anyway. Medicare, Danielle's just going to win anyway. That's what I hear. People give up before the bell even goes off. Right? And I laugh. I laugh because then those same people go to me, Mike, how do I make money? Mike, how do I get better? Mike, what do I have to do to get better? Number one is to think that you can. Would you bet on yourself? And that's a real question. I'd bet on myself every single day inside sales. Why? Because I know sales. You have me go sell rockets. I'll go sell fucking rockets. I'll bet on myself against the fucking best rocket salesman out there. I don't give a shit. Why? Because he has a gift of gab, so do I. That's it. That's all a sale is. It's not about propulsion, this, that, and the other. I'll get some fucking terms out there, right? It's about what? Creating a relationship, creating a client, right? And making them believe that you're going to service them. That's all this job is. And for you young kids in here, right, that either went to school or didn't go to school, your problem is you don't listen to me and how to speak. And that's why you lose. Just like when I tell you at the beginning of a call to name who the hell you are, and you guys don't. Just like, what's an SLA? Quick. What's an SLA? What is it?
I don't know.
What's an SLA? What does that mean? I don't know. You're a preacher? What is that? What is it? What's an SLA? What's an SLA? What? Beautiful. What's an SMA? Oh, shit. What's a DP? Divisional President. Holy shit. What's an SVP? All right. I mean, it's so easy. But you guys don't introduce yourself to even get your foot through the door, right? You guys don't know this stuff that I teach that's in my books, right? How to remind people in Arizona about it. And then like, oh, wow, that works a lot better. Shannon, what do we have to do? Take an SSA. What's an SSA? Senior Sales. There you go, right? Somebody frame it for me. Tiago. No? Mrs. Jones, I'm an SSA. Do you know what that means? No. Let me explain something to you. That's the Senior Sales Advisor. Now, Mrs. Jones, the reason I say this is I didn't get into my position by chance. I got into my position by helping people in the same position that you're in. Why do I say this? And why is it important to you? Well, no one has my training and or resources. Mrs. Jones, no one has my leverage inside this industry. And what's really important to you to understand about this is no one has access to the carriers like we do. You see, Mrs. Jones, I'm able to find you the best coverage with the highest level of benefits at the lowest amount out of pocket for you. Matter of fact, sometimes, most likely, it's going to be zero. That's what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm prepared to do for you. Now, again, my name is Michael, and my purpose at this time is to get your answers to a few quick questions. Do you mind if I ask? So in the beginning of a call, if you frame yourself and who you are, right, you cover what? A self-doubt. You cover what? Who you are and what you're going to do for them. What's important inside of a sales conversation when you first speak to anybody? What? Who you are and what you're going to do. Who you are and what the hell you're going to do for them. Sava, why am I on the phone with you? But all of you, you non-10%ers, you all look at me Like I'm blue in the face, and you're like, well, I just asked for the zip code. I know, and that's why your income looks like a zip code in fucking Nicaragua. You all need to understand sales. That to set up a call to get them to buy, you have to set a precedent. Who am I? What is my purpose on this call? You guys have to set up that belief system, Tiago, to say, okay, I am a top producer. I do want to make a top producer check. And if you don't have that belief in yourself at the start of the call, your whole sale is screwed. Number one, you have to have that ego. So all of you have to say to me, yeah, Mike, put me up against anybody and I would bet on myself. Don't bet on a donkey, okay, in the Kentucky Derby. You're not going to win, right? Bet on the racehorse, and that's you. But you all have to have that self-belief first. But to have a self-belief, you have to know what the hell you're doing. You guys have to have knowledge. Because you can have talent, okay, without knowledge, but it's only going to take you so far. I'll tell you why. Mary Lou Retton, oh yeah, great gymnast. She can do backflips and little twirls and all that shit. But put her on a ski slopes, can she compete? No. Why? Doesn't have that knowledge. You need to have sales knowledge in what you do, not in what other people do. But I put you on the mat against her, you're losing. You need to understand that when you guys go to the mat, your talent means everything. Your knowledge means everything, whether in your Medicare or whether in ACA. You have to know what you're saying, why you're saying it, but then you got to believe that what you're saying is true, because it is, right? That your belief in your talent, right, is great because it is, and it will come across. But when you guys don't have that, you turn into mush, and that's why you guys all go, well, I'm not going to win. Well, if you have that attitude, 100% you won't. Please shut the fuck up. So now, I want you guys to do this for me. You don't start famous. You don't start famous. A lot of people think musicians, actors, they just became famous one day. Which they did. But they never look at the years of practice, the years of dedication, the years of schooling, and the years of knowledge that they put in. We just see Jack Nicholson, oh, he was always that guy. No, he was not. Mark Wahlberg, oh, he was always that guy. No, he was the kid brother of Donnie Wahlberg from New Kids on the Block, the one that got made fun of by Eminem on MTV for Funky Bunch. He was that guy. Now who's laughing? Now who's laughing? One of the most famous people in the world, by far. Movie star, rock star, can go on and on and on that people look up to. And he's also a producer. I think he created what show? Oh, Entourage, right? It was made about him. I could go on and on with these people, but we all think they just existed. No, you forget about all the before. Now think about you. You're not thinking about your buildup. You have to think about your buildup right now. Maybe some of you are right here, but some of you are right here. Think about your buildup. Think about the shit that you have to go through to get here, but you have to go through it. You guys just can't come in every day and hope one day it's going to happen. You've got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. So now I go to this. DTL, what is that? What is DTL? It says it right there. What is DTL? Direct Team Lead. What is your name when you call somebody over the phone? What is your name? What are your initials? If you don't have any, you better fucking come up with some. I need to speak to somebody important, and you all need to believe that you're important. And that's the purpose. Don't look at the famous people, become famous in your own mind. How did you get to your position? What are you? You're an SB with Get Me Healthcare. Isn't that right? Okay. How'd you get there? Oh, okay. And you continue to. Is that correct or incorrect? How do I know that? How do I know that? How do I know that?
He told you.
Oh. I don't know shit unless you tell me. So guess what, big boy? You're on the phone. These people don't know who the hell you are. They don't see your nice poofy hair. They don't see how good looking you are. They see nothing. If you all don't tell people what you're going to do and how you're going to help them, how do they know? Huh? Okay. So if you don't tell yourself what you're going to do and who you want to be, how do you know? And that's the real key to life. That if you're not cheering yourself on and you don't say to yourself, hey, in another year, I'm going to have $200,000 in my bank account. I'm going to have that fucking Porsche that I fucking wanted. I'm going to have all this shit. If you don't say to yourself this stuff, you don't believe it either. Because when you don't tell somebody else that you're good, when you don't tell somebody else that you're here to help them, they don't know. It never existed. When you don't tell somebody else that you're a DTL, when you don't tell somebody else that you're an SMA, they have no idea. They never heard it before, and they never will. They never will. So why are they going to go with you? What makes you different? What makes you different is your mindset, the way you think, and the way that you want things. And if you don't think that's the truth, holy shit. Go watch any interview with Elon Musk. He'll tell you. Go watch any interview with Buffett. He'll tell you. It's all about that belief system, knowing who you are and what you want. It's not about the belief system of, oh, well, it's another day. I'm just going to throw the football and see what happens. Oh, I could have made that, but I didn't want to tear up my arm. You know, game one. After game one, you lose. You're already set back. That ain't good. Why do you want to lose? Oh, you wanted to save your arm for game two? What's going to happen in game two? The same mindset? Then also that mindset, and that's why some quarterbacks always fail for the rest of the season. They're always saving it. I'm saving it. I'm saving it. I'm saving it. For when? For when? For when it counts. But it already counted. Already counted. Gretzky always talked about, right? You make as many shots as you take, right? You miss the ones that you don't. But it's the truth. And that's everybody in life, that we're so scared to go shoot at the net because we're going to miss and everybody's going to go, oh, wow, you missed. Well, you just look at the person and go, bro, you never took a shot to begin with. Oh, you're in the stands and you're watching me. I forgot about that part. Forgot about that. Oh, you're wearing my jersey with your number on it. I forgot about that part. Right? You guys have to think that way. You want to be a spectator or you want to be a player. There's two choices in life, right? Watch other people get it and or get it yourself. And the way I aligned this company is for you all to get it. And I'm embarrassed for some of you that only do 7 Medicare deals in a week, some of you, right? Like, what are you doing with your life at that? Like, why do this? Some of you that can only do 40 ACA in a week, whether you're new or you've been here a while, like, what are you doing? That shows me zero effort. Zero effort. Oh, you don't understand. I have a lot going on in my life. Well, so the fuck do I. What does that have to do with one thing or the other? What does that mean? You couldn't drive to work either because you got too much shit going on? Did you forget how to get here? What happened? What happens to us up here is we give up. We give up before we wake up. And that's why everybody's not even here yet. Not even here yet. Florida. Going to be 9:30, Brett. Welcome. I got people in Arizona there at 5:30 in the morning. 5:30 in the morning, Sean. And I look at that and I say, what is the difference? They want it? Purpose? What else? Huh?
They believe in the opportunity.
Believe in the, how about it's just they know that they have a job, right? That's just one, right? Florida, you're spoiled, right? And a lot of you just go job to job, job to job, and you just think like, oh, okay, I'll just go do something else. I'll just go do something else. And you just keep spinning your wheels. And spinning your wheels. And I can't tell you how many people left here to go to Enhance. They close down. They go to another fucking shithole room. Then they go to another shithole room that closed down. And then they go to another one. Then they go to another one. Then they go, I don't know what's going on. I do. You're chasing what? The next best thing. Okay, what else?
Path of least resistance.
Huh?
Path of least resistance.
Okay, I like it. What else? Huh?
You're waiting for something to be handed to you.
I don't have to dress up in that room. I can just wear my jeans and sneakers. Oh, there you go. Salute to you. All right? Fucking A. Well, I don't have to use the stuff that you're telling me over there. I know. That's why they went out of business. Right? I don't have to use the stuff you're telling me to be compliant. I know. That's why they got shut down for compliance and fined $130 million. Right? I don't have to say this stuff in Medicare like you guys make me. I know that's why you just lost all your appointments. But you have a good time. So we always come up with these things to go challenge ourselves to say, hey, I don't have to do that, but I had to do it here, right? I don't have to go study hard, right, for Harvard, right? I can just go to fucking community college. Okay, well, there's a difference of degrees, isn't there? Yeah, not only for your employer, but for you when you go look at it. There's a difference between looking at community college and then Harvard. No? Or is it just me?
No, 100%.
100%? I agree with you, right? But isn't that signaling effort? Yeah, it is. Who worked harder? Who wanted it more? That's all that is. All you had to do was read the book, right? But people didn't. So now I'm going to ask you, show me emotions, the faces, right now, the actions, the circumstances. How hard would you smile if I hand you a $10 million check right now? Who would be happy? Raise your hand. Who would be happy if I hand you a check with $1 on it? Okay. What can you do with the $1?
Add it to the pile.
Huh?
Add it to the pile for the rest of the day.
Beautiful. What would you do with the $10 million? Huh? Invest a lot more than $1. T, what would you do?
Buy a Lambo.
Short investments.
Okay. You'd buy a Lambo? Which one?
Buy SVJ.
Okay, nice. There's a quarter of the money. What else? What else would you guys do with it? Buy a house. Okay. With the rest in the index fund. Good man. QQQ. What else?
Pay taxes on it.
Pay taxes on it?
Absolutely.
You don't have to pay taxes on this $10 million. I want you guys all to start to wake up every day and act like you had that money. Because it's a little trick Joel Carlson, one of my mentors, taught me. He said, wake up every day like you just made it. If you wake up every day like you just made it, you're going to act like it. And it's the truth. He said, Mike, today, if you want to go open up a whale, and a whale we always considered at 100 grand, right? If you want to open up a whale, then picture yourself opening up the whale. He says, stop opening up smaller accounts. He says, ignore the smaller accounts. You don't want a $3,000 account, then search for the big one. But Mike, when you search, you have to ask people. I said, I get that. I have no problem asking people for money. What is the difference between asking them for $3,000 or $100,000? Confidence. Confidence. And when you go ask somebody, okay, it's only going to be 100 grand to get in this one. They go, oh, I don't know if I want to start that high. Now all of a sudden, you know what? How much money do they have? But before, you would only ask for, well, it's $2,500 to open up an average account here. Oh, okay. Okay, we could do that. Right? Or, I don't know, send me information. When you ask for shit that's small, what happens in return, Brett? Get nothing. When you ask for something big, Tiago, I want that $10 million. I'm worth $10 million. Yeah, hey, it's only $1 million investment. What's going to happen?
Eventually you're going to get it.
Eventually you're going to get it?
Thinking bigger.
Huh?
You're thinking bigger.
You're thinking bigger, you'll get something. You ask for 100, 2,500 ain't that much right now. Mr. Jones, let me see what we can do. All of a sudden you just pop the 25K account. Maybe you pop the 10K account. Maybe a 5K account. That's what we did. But all of you, you're all scared to ask for $1. You're all scared to go ask for a $6 silver premium. You're all scared to ask for a $17 Fidelity. I gave some Arizona people, I said, how much is your Starbucks? She goes, $6. I said, you buy one of those every day? Well, 30 days in a month times 6 is what, Brett? So you're okay with spending $180 on Starbucks coffee when I had $17 on a Fidelity ADB to go protect your family? Were you out of your mind? Sean just went out and got me one of these. This is fucking $3.50, I think, right? $4 sometimes, fucking vending machines and shit. Buy one of those every day. Who drinks two? Anyone in here? Raise your hand. I see a lot of hands kind of go like this. Fuck, I admit that shit. I drink the crack. Fuck it, right? Two. But let's just say we get it for the vending machine. Let's say we're spending $7 a day on two fucking drinks that, we really get nothing out of but a mindset, right? That's all it really is, right? Free coffee over there. That's cool. No, fuck it. $7. Let's go buy that. But we do it. We could buy 2 days worth of these and buy a Fidelity. Now, you don't think the people on the phone are the same as you? That they spend their money on stupid shit? That when they go fill up the car, they're not in there buying fucking Doritos? They're not in there buying the soda? You don't think so? Come on. What are we scared of, everybody?
Losing nothing that we already had.
What?
Losing nothing that we thought we already had.
Yeah, losing nothing. You're scared of nothing because you didn't ask them for anything. How are they going to say no, T? And if they did say no, what happens? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing happened. No holes. You're good. You're good. That's what happens when you ask somebody and they go, I don't know right now. And you rebuttal them. Okay, totally understand and appreciate that. Let me ask you a question. Nah, I really can't do it. Let's just stick with the core. Okay, great. Well, now you just solidified your core. So you get two things out of that. One, you may get an upsell, but two, if you don't, you solidified the core and they go, well, I can't afford the 100 grand, but I can't afford the 2,500. And they're going, no, let's just stick with the core for now. If I change my mind, I'll call you back. Now, all of a sudden, you did a button up just by asking for an upsell. How crazy is that? But do we do it? No, because what are you all scared of? Rejection? Ask me out on a date.
Scared of fear
Mike, what are you doing this Friday?
I'm a little busy.
Would you make time for me by chance?
No. Are you going to sleep tonight?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I just rejected his ass. Okay? Nothing in life changed. He's still alive. He still has his hair, his good looks. Everything's good with them. Everything's good. Do you see that? Now, if you do that 100 times on the phone today, guess what happens to you? Everything's still good. You're still good looking. You still have everything. Your personality's still there. He just didn't get a dental. That's it. Do you understand? That's it. That's all that fucking changed. You understand? But then out of you asking, even if you get 1 out of 10, and you only sell fucking 20 a day, well, now you got 2. Now you got 2 dentals, and you got 2 ancillaries, you got 2 fidelities. It adds up. But if you ask harder and then you would press upon it and you set that shit up, then what happens when you go load? Oh, you may get 5. You may get a 1-to-1. Because everybody should have health, life, and dental, shouldn't they? Yeah. So now I want you to think about that when you're on the phone. What do you want your bank account to look like? You see, you're providing people protection. That's what you're doing. That's all you're doing. You're not selling them stock like I had to. You're not selling them pest control. You're giving them something. They go to the dentist, they're covered. Okay? Something, God forbid, happens to them, you're covering their family. Oh my God, the horror. The horror. You sell them something, they go to the hospital, they're covered. Oh, I can't believe the nerve on you guys. Why would you guys do this to somebody and provide them coverage and wellness and well-being and peace of mind for their family? What the F is wrong with all of you? You're terrible people. Terrible people. You want to know what makes a terrible person? Someone not asking me. That's what makes a terrible person. And I'm going to give you a for instance, and I'll let you go today. Take a BMW. I go in and I convinced everyone, right, that gets BMW, get the what, Brett? Tire package. Sean knows because I made him do it, right? Why?
It's going to save you money in the long run.
Well, but it costs money.
It costs money to save money.
It costs money to save money. Me and Sean always get the wheel and tire package. Why? Well, because I could put a fucking screw in and replace my tire for free. Right? Yeah, right? But it's an upsell. Guess what the salesperson has to do? Oh! And when I was first asked, hey, do you want the wheel and tire package? I go, I don't want that shit. He goes, Mike. You know how much the tires are in this thing? I go, nah. I said, whatever, dude. I'm always fine. He goes, listen. He goes, trust me, just get it. I go, I don't want to get it. I'm good. How much is it? Well, it's $3,000. I don't have paying $3,000. I said, what the fuck are we talking about? Mike, just get it. Everyone uses it. I don't want it. Mike, get it. It's $500 a tire. Trust me, you're going to want it. I don't want it. I'm putting it on. All right, whatever, Lino. Next 3 months, I'm there about 10 times. Screws in my tire, nail in my tire, pair of pliers in my tire. Remember that one? All right? And each time, free tire, free tire, free tire. I walked up to him and go, good fucking thing you told me to put that on there, huh? He goes, what the fuck are you doing with that thing? I said, I don't know what's going on. I said, think it's because you said something. I never had this problem before. He goes, aren't you glad we put it on? I go, fuck yeah, I'm happy we put that shit on. Every car I got since, wheel and tire package. And when they don't have it, I search for it if I can buy it separately. Oh yeah, fuck that. But it was an upsell. And it was asked, I rebutted, rebutted, and he goes, I'm not accepting your answer. I'm putting it on. And what a lesson in sales that was, that I actually use it. Now think about your clients. I don't need dental. You don't fucking need dental. You smell your breath? What are we doing? Right? Ask your husband if you don't need dental. Ask your wife if you don't need dental. Please, ask your dentist if you don't need the dental insurance. I'm sure they're going to tell you opposite. Am I right? Yeah. Ask your wife if you don't need life insurance. Come on. Come on. Of course, you don't need it, but she does. Am I right in saying that? Yeah. You're not getting the benefit, but she does. Yeah. Yeah. I know you don't need accidental, but somebody does. Why? God forbid if something happens, who's paying the bill? Certainly, do you? You want to pay that? No. You want somebody else? Yeah, put it on. Relax. I got you. I've been down this road 1,000 times, Mrs. Jones. Trust me, I got your back. Make sense? Great. That's the way I want you guys to be. Understanding that you're playing the game every day. Understanding that you're here to sell, but you're helping people at the same time. But you're here to sell. Okay? That's the job. So when you come in, have that mindset and turn yourself on and say, oh shit, I am worth how much money? And say that to yourself and act like it though. Act like it. Dress like it. Walk like it. Okay? Live like it, and you will be it. But if you guys don't have that belief system, I'm telling you right now, you will spend the rest of your life broke. The rest of your life, you will be fucking broke. Act like you have it now, and you will earn it. Ask everybody like it's no fucking big deal, and they will say yes. Don't ask at all, they won't say anything. Tell people what you do and who you are, they will understand it. Don't say shit, and they'll never know. Make sense? Yes? All right, cool. Let's fire it up.